let's transition. Let's talk about the Arizona Cardinals. As the Arizona Cardinals, they are 6-0 on the season after their 37-14 win over the Cleveland Browns Sunday afternoon in Cleveland. The Cleveland Browns, they have lost 13 straight games against opponents who have a 5-0 record or better. Kyler Murray for the game, he went 20 of 30, shot. He threw for 229 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. DeAndre Hopkins, he had 3 receptions, 55 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield, he had 19 of 28, 234 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. So before I get to Baker Mayfield, I want to talk about the Arizona Cardinals for a second. This win over the Cleveland Browns on Sunday afternoon showed me that the Arizona Cardinals are officially the real deal in the NFC. The Arizona Cardinals are currently 6-0 on the season. And in this game against the Cleveland Browns, if it wasn't for a Hail Mary before halftime, the Arizona Cardinals would have beaten the Cleveland Browns 37-7. 37-7, they would have beaten the Cleveland Browns if it wasn't for this Hail Mary before the half. Not to mention, in this game, they didn't have their head coach in Cliff Kingsbury. Their general manager, he didn't travel to Cleveland with the team. Chandler Jones also was not with the team in Cleveland. They didn't even have their center, Rodney Hudson, in this game. And they still beat the Cleveland Browns 37-14. They were dominant in this game against the Cleveland Browns. I mean, like, you look everywhere on the stat sheet, they completely dominated the game. Like, they had more total yards than the Cleveland Browns. Cardinals, 352 total yards. Browns, 290 total yards. Cardinals, they went 8 of 15 on third down. Browns, 3 of 10 on third down. Defensively, they got to Baker Mayfield 5 times. The Browns were only able to get to Kyler Murray 2 times. So you look everywhere statistically in this game, they completely dominated this game. So the Arizona Cardinals, they are legit contenders in the NFC. And right now, they are the best team in the NFC. So before the season, I said the Arizona Cardinals were playoff contenders. They are now Super Bowl contenders. And when you look at how this team is built, they got a lot of veterans on this team. You got A.J. Green, former Bengal, on this Cardinals team. You got J.J. Watt. You know, you got Matt Prater, the kicker, on their team, who's a proven veteran kicker in the NFL. You got Chandler Jones, and you got Rodney Hudson. All of these veterans are contributing to the Cardinals being 6-0 on the season and being in the driver's seat for the number 1 overall seed in the NFC and having the road to the Super Bowl have to come through Arizona. They got a lot of veterans on this team. They really, really do. Like, we know DeAndre Hopkins also is a proven vet as well. You also even got, you know, in the backfield, you got James Conner. You know, he's not an elite back, but he is a running back who is solid. He's solid at the NFL level. So they got a lot of veterans on this team, but make no mistake about it, the Arizona Cardinals would not be where they currently are, being 6-0 on the season, if they did not have Kyler Murray playing the way that he is playing right now. On the season, Kyler Murray, 14 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 1,741 passing yards, completing 74% of his passes. And, like, I've always been a Kyler Murray believer. Like, I always believed in Kyler Murray. Like, I always thought that he was a better passer than Lamar, even though Lamar Jackson has an NFL MVP on his resume, and he's a great playmaker in the open field. He's better in the open field than Kyler Murray. I always thought Kyler Murray was a better pocket passer than Lamar is. And y'all remember in his rookie season, Kyler Murray, 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, close to 4,000 passing yards on the season. He was okay in his rookie season. Last year, in his sophomore season, he improved. 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, over 3,900 passing yards on the season. And, he had a very, very good sophomore season. So he improved from his rookie season to his sophomore season, and from his sophomore season to his third season in the NFL, he's now a legit NFL MVP candidate. Like right now, and I'm going to talk about Lamar here in a couple minutes. Right now, for me, I got Lamar at 1 NFL MVP, and I got Kyler Murray at number 2. He's playing some great football right now. He really, really is. And so he's getting everyone involved offensively. I mean, in this game, AJ Green, 5 receptions, 79 receiving yards, 1 touchdown. Also, Kirk, 5 receptions, 75 receiving yards, 1 touchdown. Again, D-Hop, 2 touchdowns, 55 receiving yards, 3 receptions. I think earlier I said he had 3 touchdowns. He had 2 touchdowns. So he's really distributing the football very, very well. And I was also impressed in this game with the fact that the Arizona Cardinals were able to run the football the way that they were. Okay. In this game, they had 144 yards on the ground. So they were very, very impressive running the football. So if you could run the football with James Conner, with Chase Edmonds, you got a chance to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl at SoFi Stadium in February. So the Arizona Cardinals are legit. They are 6-0 for a reason. This is not by accident. They are the real deal. And they are the best team currently right now in the NFC. Now, I want to talk about Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. Seeing how Kyler Murray performed and seeing how Baker Mayfield performed, it showed me that Kyler Murray is significantly better than Baker Mayfield. And he's in a whole nother stratosphere than Baker Mayfield overall. For the game, Baker Mayfield went 19 of 28, 234 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. But Baker Mayfield he didn't play well. And Kyler Murray outperformed Baker Mayfield in this game. He outperformed him in a game where the Arizona Cardinals, in this game, right? The Arizona Cardinals, at halftime, they were up 23-14. So you need Baker Mayfield to make plays for the Browns to get back in the game in the second half. That's when you know if your quarterback is elite or if he can lead you to a Super Bowl, if he can overcome deficits in the second half, even if it's going up against another elite team like the Arizona Cardinals. This was an opportunity for Baker Mayfield to show that, oh, Kyler Murray, I know you're a legitimate NFL MVP candidate. I know that you're one of the best young quarterbacks in the NFL, especially one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the NFL, but I'm Baker Mayfield. We got a more complete team than the Arizona Cardinals. I got an elite receiver in Odell Beckham. I got a good running back in Kareem Hunt. No Nick Chubb in this game, but I still got Kareem Hunt before he got injured. And I got one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. But Baker Mayfield couldn't go toe-to-toe with Kyler Murray. And it's the second time in back-to-back weeks where Baker Mayfield has gotten outplayed by the opposing team's quarterback. Last week against the LA Chargers, Baker Mayfield got outplayed in that game against Justin Herbert. In this week's game, in week 6, he got outplayed by Kyler Murray. Now, when you look at Baker Mayfield, the problem is when you compare him to his counterparts in the NFL and the young quarterbacks that he's going to have to go up against to win a Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray. Baker Mayfield probably is like the 10th best young quarterback in the NFL. When you compare him to his counterparts, he's not very good. He's not very good. And that's the issue right now with the Cleveland Browns. I don't want to hear nothing about injuries because I know Kareem Hunt, he was injured in this game. He went out with the injury. I know Nick Chubb didn't suit up. Odell Beckham, he got injured in this game, tore up his shoulder. He also didn't have his left tackle and his right tackle in this game. But that's the NFL. Everyone is dealing with injuries. So what makes you a quarterback that a team can believe in, and what makes you an elite quarterback is a quarterback who can overcome all of the deficiencies that your team has to deal with. I've seen Lamar Jackson overcome the deficiencies for the Ravens. I've seen Justin Herbert in only 2 years overcome deficiencies that the LA Chargers have had. We've seen Josh Allen get the Buffalo Bills to the AFC Championship game, and they also had deficiencies on their team. But we haven't seen Baker Mayfield overcome the Browns when they've had shortcomings like injuries, because he's not that guy. He's not that guy. He was a number 1 overall pick, but we need to really, really lower our expectations for Baker Mayfield. Can you win with Baker Mayfield? Absolutely. But you need everything around him to function at a high level. You need Odell Beckham, one of the best receivers in the NFL when he's healthy. You need Jarvis Landry, a nice slot receiver in the NFL. You need a nice running back tandem like Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. You need one of the best offensive lines in the NFL, like the Cleveland Browns have, for Baker Mayfield to be successful. That's the only way he can be successful. Because if he has to overcome deficiencies on your team, he will fail. We have enough proof now that Baker Mayfield is average. He's not very good. He's average. So let's lower our expectations for Baker Mayfield. Because really, honestly, there ain't no reason why Odell Beckham, when he's playing and he's healthy, should not be a top 5 receiver in the NFL. There's no reason why. And the only reason I can think of is Baker Mayfield. Imagine Odell Beckham with Aaron Rodgers. Bring him to Green Bay and pair Odell Beckham up with Devontae Adams and see if Aaron Rodgers can get Odell Beckham to football. We know the answer to that. So that's why you see the Cleveland Browns struggling the way that they are.